Let's have a conversation about the top 10 guaranteed approval loans for bad credit applications. Don't go anywhere. We're going to load today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Story Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous. If you were to ask me, if you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee, or tea, or vodka, and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about the top 10 guaranteed approval loans for bad credit applications. And we are speaking about large amounts here. We're not speaking about small amounts. So the number 10, folks, we have Lending Club. Our score 8 over 10. So with Lending Club, you're looking at a minimum credit score that goes from 515 to 560. That's the minimum credit score, and the fixed APR goes from 7% to 36%. And loan amounts very generous. We're looking at $1,000 to $40,000, and the term lengths you're looking at 3 to 5 years. This is really good. And what we love with Lending Club is that they are asking you for a minimum annual income of $12,000. So this is really good, okay? And so Lending Club has a great online experience. Obviously, you can go on the website. You can get a soft pull. So if you're not really sure that you want to borrow from them, they give you the opportunity to actually get a soft pull. So no hard inquiry on your credit. So you can see if the loan is for you. Okay. What are the pros and cons here? Co-borrowers are allowed. That's a pro. 15-day grace period for late payment. That's really good. And they have low minimum borrowing amount. Think about it, $1,000. That's really good. And the cons, they do have origination and late fees, limited term options. Okay, and they don't have any auto pay discount as of right now. So this is really good to really think about. And so Lending Club is great for people who want to have a co-borrower or don't want to borrow a high amount of money. Okay, if you're looking for $1,000 to borrow $1,000, you can still get it through Lending Club. Number 9, folks, we have here Upgrade. Our score 8 over 10. So when we're talking about guaranteed approval loans for bad credit applications, Upgrade is a really good choice. Their minimum credit score goes from 560 all the way to 500 in some cases, and the fixed APR is 6% to 36%. Loan amounts $1,000 to $50,000. Okay, we are very generous here. $50,000, that's the maximum, and the term length goes from 3 to 5 years. So, and minimum annual income, they are very high here, though. They want you to make at least $30,000, and we are speaking about gross income, folks. Gross income. And what are the pros and cons here? So pros, they do allow joint applications, and they will send debt consolidation loans directly, the consolidation loan funds directly to creditors. So they're not sending you the money and then you have to do the whole thing yourself. No, they can actually send the check right away to all your creditors. That's really good. And we love the fact that they do have flexibility in terms of the loan amount range, right? Think about it, $1,000 to $50,000. And they do have the cons. They have an origination fee of 2.9% to 8%. They have $10 late fee and $10 return check fee. They have high APRs compared to some competitors. So this is something you need to think about. And if you want to have, this could be a great loan for you if you're looking to consolidate debt and you want all your money to be sent to, all your funds to be sent to your creditors, okay? And Upgrade may also be a good option if you're trying to make a huge purchase, if you're trying to make a large purchase. Number 8, folks, we have here Lending Point. Our score 8.5 over 10. Lending Club with Lending Point, the minimum credit score goes from 520 to 580. Okay, they have a fixed APR that goes from 16% to 35%, and the loan amount $2,000 to $36,500, and term lengths 2 to 5 years. Okay, and minimum annual income $30,000. And the cool thing about Lending Point is that they do operate nationally, so they are quasi-nationally. So they are in 48 states and Washington, D.C., okay? And we love the fact that they'll grant you loan amount that goes all the way to $36,500. This is really good if you were to ask us. And so what are the pros and cons here? Pros, approval based on a variety of factors, not just your credit score, okay? They are basically giving you a break. They will approve you based on a constellation of factors, and they are available in most states, and they have a low minimum borrowing amount. What about the cons here, folks? and they have a high origination fee for some because remember, banking is a state affair. So depending on where you are applying from, they might charge you a high origination fee. Okay, and loans are limited to 36,500, which is already high if you were to ask us. And they have a high minimum APR of 10%. It goes from 10% all the way to 15.49%. So this is really so Lending Point is great for people who have bad credit and don't need to borrow a lot of money. Okay. Number 7, folks, we have Avance. Our score 8.5 over 10. So when we are still talking about, folks, we're speaking about guaranteed approval loans for bad credit applications. Okay, minimum credit score of 550 here. You have fixed APR from 28% to 36%. Avance has a very high APR, so just be aware of that. And the loan amount goes from $2,000 to $35,000. Term lengths 2 to 4 years, and minimum annual income 14,400. Okay, so they're really flexible there. So minimum loan amount, and we're speaking about annual income, gross income. Okay, so that's about what? That's about $1,200 a month gross income. What are the pros and cons here? For pros, their income of other household members can help qualify, no prepayment penalty, and they have low minimum credit score requirements. This is really good. And the cons, they have a high upfront administration fee. Okay, they have a high minimum APR of 27.95%. This is kind of high, and no co-signers or co-borrowers or basically allowed. So this is something you need to be aware of. And so this is it. Yeah, Avance 8.5 over 10. Number 6, folks, we have PenFed. Our score 9 over 10. So when we talk about guaranteed approval loans for bad credit applications, PenFed is a good choice. And PenFed is a credit union, which means you have to be a member. You have to qualify for membership before getting the loan or before even applying for the loan. The good thing is that PenFed has military roots, but you don't have to have military affiliation through geography, through biology, or profession to qualify for membership. They will take you in, just contact them, and they will hook you up. Okay, the minimum credit score here is 500. APR goes from 4.99% to 17.99%. Loan amount $600 all the way to $50,000. The terms can go all the way to 60 months, and minimum income that PenFed wants you to have $18,000. What are the pros and cons here? They do have soft credit check with pre-qualification. They have no origination or prepayment fees, offers joint and secure loan options, and they also offers mobile app to manage your loan. So this is really good. And the cons, no discount for auto pay. They don't offer direct payments to creditors with the consolidation loans. You got to take care of that yourself, and there's no option to choose or change your payment date. Okay, so when we think about PenFed, I want you to think about affordability. Okay, you want dirt cheap APR, no origination or prepayment fees. Okay, and PenFed is great for borrowers who are PenFed members, have a reasonable credit score, and want to add a co-borrower to their application or secure the loan with the PenFed share account. Number 5, folks, we have a TD Bank. Our score at 9 over 10. So with TD Bank, you are looking at a minimum credit score of 500 and fixed APR that goes from 6.99% to 9.99%. The loan amount goes from $2,000 to $50,000, and the term lengths 3 to 5 years, and minimum annual income $12,000. And the cool thing is that with TD Bank, you really want to have an account with them, though. You want to establish a relationship with them. This is a traditional bank, and they are pretty solid, and you really want to have an account with them, 1 or 2 or 3 accounts. And those must be deposit accounts so you can strengthen your multi-product relationship, okay? And what are the pros and cons here? Pros, they have a soft credit check application, so you can actually see what you qualify for without a hard pull. And they have a flexible loan amount range. Think about it, $2,000 to $50,000. You have the option to change your payment date. And the cons, they are only available in certain states. Okay, you cannot use this loan for business or education expenses, and they have no auto pay discount. So it's something you need to think about. But overall, this is great. The TD Bank is great for people who live in the States. TD Bank services and would otherwise have loans above 22%. I mean, in some cases, they might actually give you loans between 6% and 20%. But again, it depends on a constellation of factors, including your credit worthiness. Number 4, folks, we have here Upstart. Our score 9.5 over 10. With Upstart, the minimum credit score is 500. The fixed APR goes from 3.22% to 36%, and the loan amount to $1,000 to $50,000. Term lengths 3 to 5 years. Okay, 3 to 5 years. The minimum annual income $12,000. Okay, what we love with Upstart is that they have developed a reputation for offering fast and fair unsecured personal loans, and so the APRs are really good. The APRs will actually vary by state, but they will range from 3% all the way to 36%. So this is really good, and you can choose a repayment term of either 3 or 5 years. In some cases, they can actually offer something in between. And what are the pros and cons here? The pros: no minimum credit score requirements, and in some cases, they want you to have 500 though, and they have a quick next day funding. They offer direct payment to creditors. What about the drawbacks here? Origination fee of up to 8% of the approved loan amount. This is kind of high, but it comes with the territory. They have potentially high APR with a maximum set at 36%, and loans are only available for 3 or 5 year terms. Even though we have heard lately that they have Upstart has been a little flexible now in terms of their tenor, their loan tenor. Okay, so this is really good, and so Upstart 9.5 over 10. We have number 3, folks. We have a Navy Fed. Our score 9.5 over 10. So Navy Federal is kind of similar to Penn Fed. So this is a credit union with military roots. So you need to be a member to qualify for a loan. Okay, but similar to Penn Fed, Navy Fed actually approves nearly everyone in the United States, so you don't have to have military affiliation, biology, through geography, or through profession to actually qualify for membership. So you just give them a call and they will hook you up. In terms of the loan themselves, minimum credit score 500. The APR goes from 7.50% to 18%. Loan amount $250 to $50,000. Minimum income $12,000, and the terms 3 months to 60 months. Okay, what are the pros and cons here? No origination fee. They offer a wide constellation of loan amounts and repayment terms. They're able to fund loans the same day, and they offer co-sign, joint, and secure loan options. What about the cons, folks? They are exclusive to credit union members. Okay, that's what I was telling you earlier. You need to qualify for membership, and there's no option to pre-qualify. There's no rate discount for auto pay, and there's no option to change your payment date. And so when you think about it, Navy Fed is best for borrowers who are Navy Federal members. Of course, they want to fund a home improvement project or make a large purchase. Okay, and they're planning to add someone to their loan application or secure the loan. So when you think about Navy Fed, I want you to think about affordability, loan flexibility, transparency, and great customer service. Okay, great customer service. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome City Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation today about the top 10 guaranteed approval loans for bad credit applications. We are speaking about large amounts here, folks. We're speaking about large amounts, and we have here number 2. We have One Main. Our score is 10 over 10. Okay, we love One Main, even though people have said things about them in the press. This is a company that is well run, that caters to a specific niche. So if you have a poor credit and you are looking at a guaranteed approval loan for bad credit applications, One Main is a top contender. Okay, 10 over 10. Minimum credit score here 400. The fixed APR goes from 18% to 36%. Loan amount $1,500 to $20,000. Term lengths 2 to 5 years, and minimum annual income $7,200. And we are speaking here about pre-tax income, folks. Okay, and so they offer both unsecured and secure loan, which require providing collateral but here we're speaking about the unsecured loan. Okay, and what are the pros and cons here? Secured options are available, over 1,500 branches and offices for those who prefer in-person service. So you have a variety of a loan term length options ranging from 2 to 5 years. And what about the cons? Origination fees vary by state, high minimum APR of 18%, and business purposes are not allowed. So you can't use the cash for business purposes. And so One Main financial is best for people who have some kind of assets, and in case they want to use it as collateral. Number 1, folks, in our view, the best of the best, When it comes to the top 10 guaranteed approval loans for bad credit applications, we have badcreditloans.com. Our score 10 over 10. Here, the minimum credit score can go all the way to 300, okay? And the fixed APR goes from 6% to 36%. The loan amount, $500 to $10,000. And no membership in a credit union or anything like that. You can just apply. And the term length goes from 90 days to 72 months. That's 6 years, okay? And minimum annual income, $12,000. That's pre-tax income, okay? And so we believe that bad credit loans is the best for poor credit scores because bad credit loans is actually a loan aggregator. So they are a marketplace lender. So they will actually dispatch your loan application to several lenders. So you have an increase. Let's say you have a lot of chances of being approved, okay? And what are the pros and cons here? Pros: there are no fees to use the site. It's very easy to qualify for a loan, and loan minimum borrowing amounts are available. Okay, it goes from $500 to $10,000. The cons: lenders you match with will have their own terms and fees. Lenders in their network have APR ranges up to 36%, and they have limited information before matching you with the lender. So you kind of have the system. But again, bad credit loans is kind of cool. So check them out. 10 over 10. Let me quickly talk to you here, folks, let me give you an overview here. We want to have a conversation about that. It's really important. And the thing is that when you think about bad credit loans, you got to think about a certain category, okay? So when you apply for a loan, we all know this. Lenders will look at your credit score and credit history to determine how much of a risk you are to them. And when it comes to lending you money, okay? And if you have bad credit and need a loan, you can actually expect to have a high APR. The whole thing is that you need to be very clear about that, and you want to reduce the APR as much as possible, right? It's all about, if you really want to think about it, it's a race to the bottom in a good way though. The APR must be as low as possible. So how do you choose the best bad credit loan company? You want to look for eligibility requirements. You want to look for interest rates and fees. This is important. You want to look at the repayment terms. And you want to look at the type of lender. Traditionally, alternative lenders tend to be more expensive than credit unions and traditional banks. The problem is, in terms of approval, alternative lenders give you a higher level of approval than traditional banks do. So it's all about your risk spectrum here, okay? So if you're willing to pay a higher APR, then you stand a chance to qualify for a loan quicker with alternative lenders, okay? This is something you need to think about. Same thing with online lenders. So when I speak about online lenders, I'm speaking about Lending Club, Lending Point, Upgrade, Avant. When I'm speaking about alternative lenders and marketplace lenders, we are speaking about badcreditloans.com and One Main Financial, okay? And so when we talk about bad credit score, do you have ranges? So according to FICO, a bad credit score is within the following range. So we have fair credit, 580 to 669. Poor credit, 300 to 579. So this is the range that we're talking about here. And you need to understand that your credit score is made up of 5 components, okay? You need to be aware of what's really actually dragging your credit score down. So you have your payment history that accounts for 35%, the amount you owe 30%, the length of credit history 15%, the new credit that you have 10%, and your credit mix, your diversity in terms of getting mortgages, car loans, credit cards, revolving lines of credit, personal loans, all that kind of stuff. That credit mix will account for 10% of your credit score. So this is important to have a clear idea of the components of your credit score so you can see what you can do to boost your credit score. Obviously, the first 2 items are payment history and amounts owed. They account for nearly 2/3 of your FICO score. So those are really, really important. And one thing I want to say here is if you want to apply for bad credit loans, one thing you need to understand is, please, you want to check your credit score, because everybody believes that, hey, listen, yeah, I have bad credit and I am in a 500 or I am 550, whatever. When was the last time you checked your credit score? You got to check your credit score, because if you don't check your credit score, how can you be sure? Because you probably have a fuzzy idea. But then once you start checking your credit score, you will have a clear idea. And clarity is what we need here. We need clarity so that we can make objective decisions, okay? So after you check your credit score, and you can check your credit score for free, You can go to companies called, actually, there's a website called annualcreditreport.com, and you can get something for free there, and then no problem. And this is the report will come from all three credit bureaus: Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. This is so you have a complete view of your credit from there. You could also go to Credit Karma. You can sign up with Credit Karma, NerdWallet, Wallet Hub, CreditWise. All those are platforms that allow you to check your credit score for free. But the thing is, you are giving them your data though, because they'll be bombarding you from time to time with ads. But it's all about, it's all about actually risking something to get something, and ensure that you can repay the loan. So after checking your credit score, you want to ensure that you can repay the loan. You want to compare bad credit personal loans to make sure that you are getting the one with the cheapest APR. Take advantage of pre-qualification if possible, because the thing is that you don't want to apply and get a hard inquiry. If a soft pull is available, take advantage of it. And look into secure loans if possible. Add a co-signer if necessary. Okay, it's important. And you want to gather your financial statements. You want to gather your financial documents, statements, bank statements, tax returns if possible, pay stubs, W-2s, 1099s, all that kind of stuff. And you want to be prepared for a hard credit check. Okay, it's important. And you can get a personal loan with bad credit. You can get it online. You can get it in person at a bank or a credit union. Okay, those are places where you can get personal loans, not a problem. And the types of bad credit loans: you have secure loans, you have unsecured personal loans, you have payday loans, you have cash advances, you have bank agreements, you have home equity loans for poor credit, you have HELOCs for poor credit, you have student loans for bad credits. Okay, and the thing is that make sure that you go with a legit lender. So you want to avoid bad credit loan scams. Okay, so don't. So there are certain loans that will tell you, hey, guarantees without approval, no registration in your state. If you see a lender with poor advertising methods, they're asking you for prepayment, or if the website is unsecured or no physical address, please stay away from them. Before I finish this, please check out our loan evaluation approach. We do have a rigorous method on this show when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing loans. Check this out. Okay, folks. Today I was talking to you about the top 10 guaranteed approval loans for bad credit applications. Number 1, we have badcreditloans.com, 10 over 10. Number 2, we have One Main Financial, 10 over 10. Number 3, we have Navy Federal, 9.5 over 10. Number 4, we have here Upstart, 9.5 over 10. Number 5, we have TD Bank, 9 over 10. Number 6, we have PenFed, 9 over 10. Number 7, folks, we have Avant, 8.5 over 10. Number 8, we have Landing Points, 8.5 over 10. Number 9, we have Upgrade, 8 over 10. And number 10, last but not the least, we have here Lending Club, 8 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I'll speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.